Good afternoon. I am Debbie McKeever, founder and owner of Strong and Healthy Temple, a virtual holistic health and wellness coaching practice. And I wanted to talk to you on this very lovely fall day about having clarity. And clarity is very critical in making decisions and also having good success. Before you make a solid decision about anything, you have to have clarity around the situation or circumstance that you're making the decision about. Same thing, like if you're a business owner, you need to have clarity about your why and your purpose, clarity around what you're doing. If you're creating content, clarity around who your audience is, what type of content you need to create for them, whatever the case is, clarity is always key. And I'm going to use a couple of examples here, and if you're a millennial, then you may not be able to relate to some of the examples that I'm going to use, but I'll use them anyway. I know somebody watching will be able to relate. One of them is a radio station, the frequency. Say if you're in your car and you want to listen to 107.5, well, if you tune into one of the stations around it, like 107.4 or 107.6, whether you're using like a knob that you turn or the digital one, and again, if you're a millennial, you may not be able to relate to the knob, but either way, if you tune out of 107.5 to something around it, then you start to get like this fuzziness where it's not really clear on what you're listening to. You may be able to hear like a fuzz sound, or you can hear two songs at once. You might hear a country and a rap song, or you might hear some talking from another station. Anyway, the point is that you're not really going to have clarity around what you're listening to. Same thing with television programming, and if you're old school, you know what I'm talking about, before they came up with smart televisions and all that good stuff. Back in the day when you used to have like an antenna, well, if you didn't have that antenna exactly right, the station might be a little fuzzy, so you had to get up and you had to adjust the wings on the little stick on that antenna to get some of the stations to tune in properly. Like the major stations may have come in like really clear, but then some of your other stations were really fuzzy. And it's the same thing, with your mind. Your mind is like that antenna when you're decision making. If you don't have it, or it's like that frequency of the radio, if you don't have it tuned in to quite the right station, or have that antenna of your mind set exactly right, then you're going to be foggy. You're going to have like all these thoughts in your mind, going all over the place and just overthinking it. And because you don't have clarity around the situation, then you usually end up making a rush decision or a bad decision. And usually a rush decision is a bad decision, or you really don't, or you take too long to decide, and you might miss an opportunity or something like that. Another example of clarity is, with a picture camera or a phone. If you're in a moving vehicle and you try to take a picture, then the picture is going to come out blurry. So, once you go back later, you may not look at it right away. Once you go back later and look at that picture, then there won't be any clarity there in the picture. The picture is going to be very fuzzy and blurry, and you may not even remember why you took the picture, or the reason that you took the picture. You might not be able to focus in on it because the picture is blurry. And again, that goes back to our minds. We can't focus in on something when we don't have clarity around it. When we're making a decision about anything, you might be making a decision about a new job and trying to choose between 2 or 3 different jobs. Well, you have to have clarity around what each one of those jobs entails, and clarity around what the company offers and the benefits and all that stuff. Anytime that you're making any decision, or you're launching out into any kind of a venture, clarity is key. When you don't have clarity around it, then it's probably not going to go right. You know, it's going to be like a fuzzy picture, or a radio that's, you know, out of frequency, or a television that looks foggy. So clarity is key. Want to keep this extremely brief. It's just, you know, kind of on my mind, so just wanted to tune in really quickly to talk about it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I would love for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you do decide to subscribe, please hit the bell icon to receive notifications of when I release new videos like this. Thank you for watching, and make it a great day.